This time on Highway Thru Hell, a torn trailer
The corner of the trailer's busted out.
delivers a marathon recovery for reliable towing.
A little bit here.
Jamie spills an old trick
Hard, hammer it.
to slide the odds in his favor.
Hang on, no.
And
Just pick it up.
Al gets heavy-handed to bring a wreck back on track.
Holy cow.
Anybody know what the coke is looking like going north?
There's an accident.
Somewhere up on radar flat.
On the northern end of BC's Coquihalla Highway,
What's the holdup?
I'm watching all the flashing lights. It's a mess.
a pair of tractor trailers
Aye.
have just collided,
Oh, Houston, we have a problem.
shutting down all northbound lanes.
Point of impact to the point of stop, I'm gonna say about 500 feet.
Reliable Towing's James Luke is first on scene.
You would be amazed the driver doesn't even have a freaking scratch on him.
The parcel truck was heading north when it jackknifed across the road. Moments later, a second rig struck from behind, tearing open the trailer, scattering hundreds of packages across the highway.
Wow.
This guy almost stopped and ended up plowing into the trailer. The trailer is pretty mangled. Cab's not even attached to the truck anymore. It looks like a bomb went off.
A second heavy wrecker,
Whoa.
operated by Jim Beckett, arrives on scene.
Our priority is to open up some more laneways. Let's go ahead and drag this out of the way.
Seeing something so big that has that road closed, it's a mess.
The semi that struck from behind has only minor damage.
We just want to put as much over as we can.
But cargo and debris from the parcel truck still cover the highway.
Tell them to bring up a lot of bins. My day just went to hell.
Oh boy, that's a mess. Be a long one.
On the highway through hell, closure is not an option.
Look how it's closed, man.
11 miles south of Merritt, BC,
It's pretty ugly up there.
scattered cargo from a delivery truck has the coke closed in one direction.
There's so much debris and everything is everywhere.
With some help,
Thank you, Mr. Plowman.
Reliable Towing has the road partially reopened.
We managed to open one lane of traffic.
We are moving again, just very, very slowly.
You see how far back it's torn?
Yeah.
But before James and the crew can remove the trailer,
As soon as we go to lift it, it's gonna go all over the highway.
they need to find a way to get the rest of the parcels inside.
We can cut this section off, right? Like this top piece here, and then we can get access to that and unload, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna cut the roof off halfway, load all that stuff into bins.
It's a big cleanup, and we all got to do it within one single lane.
You do not want to come into this mess.
But as James and Jim get to work,
Slow it down. See the accident scene?
the job takes a risky turn.
They come wailing around this corner, doing a zillion mile an hour when they shouldn't be.
Hate it. Hate the spot.
Whoa! What the I don't feel like dying today.
Still a bit slick out here.
3 miles south.
And an accident bloke in the railing.
Here we go.
Another heavy wrecker is on the move.
We gotta hustle. I dumped the Highway 5 Coquihalla for a dump truck incident.
Al Quiring and his familiar 50-ton truck roll up to a backward situation.
Holy cow. Oh, yeah. The dump truck is facing the wrong way on the road, and the trailer is jackknifed up onto the cement no-post. This guy's had a little bit of trouble.
Not far behind,
Fun and games.
Gord Boyd arrives to help.
That must have been a hell of a ride. Trailer come around and past you, didn't it?
He went into that corner, and that trailer swung around and just acted like a whip.
If that guardrail wouldn't have been in there, he'd be down feeding with the moose, I'm sure, down in the wallow down the bottom of the gully there.
For Al and Gord, it's a unique recovery. The damaged trailer has an unusual design.
This is what's called a transfer trailer. The second box rides on the trailer.
For fast loading, the 1.5-ton box rolls onto the truck on a set of rails.
It's a very simple setup and uses the only jurisdiction you'll see it in.
But the accident has knocked the transfer box off its rails.
If a fella drove away with the box hanging half out of the dump truck, it can roll out the back of the truck and drop on the road.
With one line on the back end, Al begins to lift the box.
There's no instruction book. You gotta go slow and see how things are reacting.
But after his first attempt,
I'll let it down and we'll get it on the rollers.
the box remains derailed.
Or if you want to run the wrecker, I'm just gonna climb up here and get the wheels on the track.
Okay.
It needs to be shifted over a little bit. Get the rails to line up with the wheels.
To help with the realignment, Al retrieves a trusty tool, his 50-pound pry bar.
Sometimes the big pry bar makes work a little easier. Just tighten up a little, about 2 inches. I just want to get some weight on the transfer wheel.
Okay.
A little more.
He is trying to lever the box back up onto its rails.
Okay, pick it up, up. Pick it up, yeah.
With Gord's lifting and Al's leverage,
Let it down a bit, Gord.
the front wheels of the box are back on track. But at the rear,
Pick it up, pick it up.
another set isn't falling in line.
Just bring it forward as far as you can.
Yeah.
It hits hard. Watch your fingers.
Hopefully, if we can work together, if we can time it right, this will work.
Slow down, buddy. Slow down.
Back north near Merritt,
Slow down.
Reliable Towing's full-scale recovery
Going way too fast.
has Jim and James on edge. But help is on the way.
The RCMP just arrived on scene. Hopefully traffic will get the hint and slow down, and those that don't slow down are gonna pay the price.
A salvage crew arrives to finish cleaning up the cargo.
I think if you dropped your bin right here, probably be best.
Wow. Heavy equipment is also on site
Like a pop can, man.
to help reach the rest of the parcels.
We have the excavator giving us a hand, taking out some of the bigger pieces.
But before the excavator can get to work, James carves up the trailer to weaken its structural integrity.
Just take a little off the top.
Come on down. I'll catch you.
I don't trust you. I know you.
Got her?
We're good.
All right, brother.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
It's almost like we planned it that way.
Almost, brother, almost. I'm gonna go spin my heavy around and we're gonna go ahead and extract the tractor.
Jim and James turn their attention to the semi's mangled cab.
Is that front axle any good?
Well, we'll know once it gets up.
With two wreckers on either side of the tractor, they'll attempt a move called a slingshot, dragging it towards the road.
It's frozen into the ground, so we'll see how hard it is to get it out.
Okay, we're ready? Time to rock and roll.
Snow is fighting us the whole way.
You pull.
Thing is not moving.
Hold up. Whoa.
Holy smokes, look at this, man.
On the coke,
Go up on your boom.
a mangled tractor
Hey, Jim, pull.
is resisting two heavy wreckers.
Whoa. Hold up.
Jim and James' slingshot isn't working.
It's actually wanting to roll the truck over onto its side. You're gonna have to grab the other front corner.
The reliable crew need to adjust their plan.
We'll just switch that hook over there, Roland.
Just give me some more line.
Okay. We'll go just hook snatch block right onto it.
The re-rig should help lift the tractor up and over the snow.
Hey!
Yep. Let out a little bit. Oh! That's good.
The extra lifting power
Coming out real good.
pays off.
As good old Colin would say, decent, Jimmy.
Keep going. Good?
Just like that, boys.
That came out nice.
Big her up. All right, safe travels, man. See you when you get back.
Aye, aye, Captain.
James tows the tractor back to the reliable yard in Merritt.
stuff to take out of that trailer.
But the toughest part of the wreck awaits.
Pressure's building. This is an all-day job.
Just south,
Wonder how we managed to park that there.
Al's using brute force to bring a 3,000-pound dump box into alignment.
Tweak it enough that we can get that box on the rails.
We moving there or no?
Gord uses a single line to lift the box. And Al uses his pry bar to guide the box back onto its rails.
Just go right in. We're almost there.
There you go.
Okay, you can disconnect.
With the box back on track, Al moves his wrecker
Well, he's gonna get this guy turned around.
so the driver can leave.
Okay, he's clear.
Come on, quick!
Well, that was quite painless.
I think he's pretty happy just to be driving this truck away, that's for sure.
But the damaged trailer is still beached on the concrete barrier.
Pick the front of the trailer up, spin that thing around, and then we're gonna secure it.
Get in, get it done, get out. Just that simple.
Sweet. That's good. Beautiful.
Al's the kind of guy, see the problem, see a solution to the problem, just get it done.
We're good, we're loaded, we're done.
On to the next one, just like a monkey swinging through the trees.
The wind's always coming down off that mountain.
9 hours into reliable towing's massive recovery,
Lots of guys working on this accident scene up here, boys.
James Luke returns to the scene
Let's do this.
as the last boxes are offloaded from the delivery truck.
Push it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There's a lot of pressure, a lot of stuff to get done.
The trailer was sliced open by another rig, launching hundreds of parcels across the highway.
Must have taken them all day to unload that trailer.
Last load, boys. Last load.
People want their items. It's a good feeling knowing that they're gonna make it there.
Yes. She's empty. And if not, we got Roland's truck too, and your truck.
But as James and Jim prepare to recover the trailer,
What's the game plan?
a new problem blows in.
The wind's picking up, and it is physically moving this trailer a lot.
Look at that trailer move, man.
Winds gusting to 60 miles an hour.
Now we have this 18-foot tall parachute.
I'm gonna take the rear of the trailer. We'll upright it, just roll it.
And the rocky slope above
That's gonna be a big problem.
is another danger.
We're looking up to rocks, trees, branches, dirt, snow, ice, whatever's up there that wants to fall.
As the winds start to howl,
We're gonna have to high line and low line. One line over to catch it, one line to pull.
Jim and James race to finish the job.
Let's go ahead and get rigged up. And it's starting to rain, so we got it coming down off the bluff here. This is gonna be dangerous. I don't like this at all.
Holy crikey, that wind's cold out there.
High winds on the Coca-Cola have Jim and James' recovery on hold.
Oh, that wind's brutal, man.
This wind's gonna kill us.
Yeah. And this thing's so flimsy.
The carved-up trailer still needs to be cleared from the highway.
The wind gusts are upwards of 90 kilometers an hour. One good gust of wind, anything could happen.
The wind is moving the trailer. I don't like this, man.
No matter where we are on this job, we are in harm's way.
Ready to rock and roll?
But the reliable crew
Okay, we can go ahead and get your truck into position.
push on.
There's 2 eyelets on the front of the trailer.
Yeah.
So some tail chains through there. Grab them there.
Drag it up to the ditch.
Yeah.
We're gonna take control. Go out there with a goal and try and succeed.
To hold the trailer steady in the wind,
The excavator is ready to go.
the excavator will brace the flimsy wreck as James and Jim try to flip it back onto its wheels.
Let's do this. Ready? Let's do it.
Time for some trailer fun.
Jim backs his truck into position.
Be out of here and have her opened up here momentarily.
While James runs a line from his wrecker. Working from opposite ends of the trailer, they'll attempt to flip the wreck backwards, a tricky move called a reverse roll.
Hook it on there.
Always new challenges on these wrecks. Pulling the trailer backwards, you never know what you're getting into.
Okay, so I got a high line to help try and control it, and then I got a low line to pull.
Just bring that line down. Just put it right out in the bottom corner there.
A critical piece of rigging, a double line under the back of the trailer, could make or break the maneuver.
It's a very tense moment.
Let me lead.
Okay. He's good to go. Watch out, line! Uh-oh.
Whoa. 90 miles southwest. A classic wrecker responds to a call in the Fraser Valley.
Not quite sure what we're in for here, really.
Jamie Davis is behind the wheel of his prized Holmes 850, Mighty Mo.
It's a really tough little truck.
Tonight, riding shotgun
This thing's cool.
is operator Gord Lundeen.
That's pretty awesome.
It's kind of new to me. It's the first time I've ever ridden in Mo.
Oh, there's your truck there, I think.
Let's have a quick look. Well, we got a trailer that's off the road a little ways.
The driver failed to make the corner and is now blocking the road.
But you're fully loaded?
Okay, it's 25,000 kilos.
You're fully loaded.
Fully loaded, and the angle that it's on, who knows, the load could shift, it could tip over.
To help move the heavy load, Jamie will also use his 22-ton wrecker, the Python. And a slick idea.
Phil, do you have oil in your truck? Like a jug of oil?
I might have some.
Okay. You know, you're battling big weight here. So we're gonna use a little oil trick and drag it up on the road. So we need to put oil right here, right there, and right there.
Okay.
Using oil underneath the tires was a trick that I learned from an old school guy. I want you to back your truck up and just get right in between these two tires, okay?
To slide the back end of the rig onto the road.
Yeah. Crank it.
Jamie's crew lines up the Python.
That's good.
And Mighty Mo to pull on the trailer's rear axles.
I want to teach these guys some old school ways of dealing with this kind of recovery. You know, they don't have a big rotator here or a big hydraulic. Okay, where's your left winch? But they've got a 22-ton truck, and I want to teach them how to use it. Let's do the oil thing now.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yep, I'll get her done.
Okay, good enough. Same there.
The oil should reduce friction just enough
A little bit here.
Yeah.
to help glide the loaded trailer away from the ditch.
Okay, and then that underneath one, okay? Rubber on pavement without the oil is a lot harder to pull. Get it from the back, maybe. Okay. Now, we'll run a line from me down there, just a straight line, so I can help you, okay? I'll have to go up there and freewheel it, but just undo it.
Jamie's ready to start the pull.
Gord,
But instead of running Mighty Mo himself,
you want to do that, Gord? You're young. Up on the top. Go up there and freewheel it.
Jamie puts his 1-ton operator to the test.
We start to rig up, and Jamie says, okay, you can work the controls. I've never worked with this truck, suicide controls. It's scary up there.
You see the freewheels there?
Oh, yeah.
See the knob? Turn that, swing it other way.
Where I'm positioned, the cable's basically straight on with me. So if that thing were to snap, it's suicide.
Okay, now stay there and tighten up that one. Second handle in.
Jam, I'm too.
Now pull that handle down towards me.
Go towards you.
There you go.
Jamie's wreckers are in the hands of his crew.
I don't want you pulling like crazy and him not.
Yeah,
You gotta be even, right?
Okay.
But if either operator pulls too hard or fast, the consequences could be dire.
You don't want a winch line to break or cause somebody injuries. Winch your winches in, little bit, little bit. Now we gotta let him do.
Next thing he says, start pulling.
Pull. Hard, hammer it. Bang in, right? There you go.
Even with oil on the road,
There's some more.
the 70,000-pound rig won't budge,
You gotta be even.
putting severe strain on Jamie's wreckers.
There's a pretty big load on Mighty Mo here. Your front end's off the ground.
I look beside me, and the Python's doing a wheelie like 4 feet in the air.
Hang on, hang on. No.
That looks like a jackknife. Bad spot for his truck to be.
Full guard.
In BC's Fraser Valley,
Hard, hammer it.
Jamie's classic wreckers are in a standoff with a 70,000-pound load.
Hang on, hang on. Your front end's off the ground.
Even with oil under the tires,
We're doing this old school.
the trailer refuses to budge.
Hey, stop everything. Well, if you're pulling that hard, it's time to slow down a minute and rethink this thing. You're doing a little more on one and not on the other, right? So they gotta be even, okay? We don't have a 75-ton rotator to lift this up. Let it go.
To help anchor Mighty Mo, Jamie adds Scotch blocks behind its rear wheels.
Just like that.
It's a 40-ton mechanical wrecker. You gotta work that truck in order to make it sing. Okay, load it up, Gord.
With Gord back at the controls of the Mo, and Jamie taking over the Python. Round 2 begins.
Pull guard.
With a combined pulling power of 62 tons and the extra lubricant,
Pull. See how we're kind of watching him? Yeah.
Jamie's wreckers begin to inch the loaded semi sideways.
There's some more. Once he picks up a bit of the weight, I'm going to push a little harder on my wrecker. I know how to get the most out of the Python. It's got a big, huge boom on it, but a small chassis. We're doing her. Good. Okay. Well, it's out now. Use the old oil trick there, worked out, but that was a job even for both trucks. A lot of weight there, fully loaded. Hey, sucker up, Gord.
Hey, Jim. That's good.
And now you can say you're around an 850, Gord.
Right on.
We got the trailer out and nobody got hurt and nothing broke. I think that was pretty awesome.
So we're gonna do the paperwork tomorrow. We're gonna call his boss, wanna get the road open, get him going here.
With the load on its way, Jamie has one last task: cleaning up his old school trick.
Need to put some of this in there. I like to work with the guys on recovery jobs. I like to be out there with them doing things. It's taken me a lifetime of experience to learn recovery.
It's brutal. The wind is just nuts.
High on the coke,
Oh my God.
Reliable Towing's recovery
It's just ripping it apart.
has hit a snag.
Whoa! Corner of the trailer's busted out.
Winch lines are slicing into the back of the wreck.
All of a sudden, there goes your line, and it's sitting inside the trailer.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, unhook the snatch block, we're gonna hook it up over here.
Jim and James will need to adjust their rigging
Watch your hands, Magic.
Okay, and then go right back down to that corner as far as you can.
and wrap the back end with something softer.
Plan B is to reconnect with the strap, not cutting through the trailer.
Yeah, that's good, Madge.
Hopefully this works and we can get this thing back on its wheels.
There you go. That's it.
There we go.
Let's see what happens.
But the trailer is so damaged,
Okay, hold on.
it could break apart.
Here we go.
It's extremely sketchy and anything could happen.
Doors might fall off.
This wind is crazy.
Near Merritt, BC,
It ain't gonna go much further than that.
No.
the last piece of an all-day recovery.
They've been working on that wreck since 7 o'clock this morning.
Threatens to fall apart.
This trailer is just a mess.
High winds and flimsy walls have Jim and James in a tough position to get the trailer up and off the highway.
Okay. Pull!
There you go. That's it.
Keep going.
Victory, man, victory.
The wreck is on the road.
I'm so relieved to have this thing back on its wheels We finally did it.
And a low bed from Aggressive Towing arrives.
Hey, Dustin, you on here?
10-4.
Operated by Dustin Wardstrom.
I've been with Aggressive for 5 years. It's something new every day, and I do a little bit of everything.
The trailer needs to be moved onto the low bed. But its front end was ripped off in the crash.
He's gonna back right underneath it there, and I'm gonna lift up on the rear.
So once again, the excavator will be put to work.
It's gonna break in half. I know, right?
Hopefully the excavator will be able to lift it high enough.
All right, man, whenever you're ready.
But on the first try,
What's he doing?
the trailer nearly splits in half.
Oh, he's gonna have to curl it. Can you go higher? He's gotta lift the whole trailer, like he's gotta go up further with it. The low bed's waiting on him here.
It's nerve-wracking. There's a good chance of something happening or going wrong. It is bowing in the middle because there is no support.
Can you? We need the trailer to stay straight.
It's gonna fight us straight to the very, very end.
A big crash, a big bang, and a whole lot more of a headache.
It just ripped out the eyelets here, so. Plan B. Let's throw a longer train and go, yeah, go where the structure is, right?
The chain is moved up to the center of the trailer.
Let's try that.
And the bucket tries again.
Beauty. That's way better.
The low bed can slip under the wreck,
Whoa!
but the rear wheels need to be picked up.
As soon as it's level off the ground, we'll get in the back under a little bit further.
Okay, 1 second.
To lift it onto the low bed, the trailer will be physically off the ground about 4 feet.
Go up with yours, Chris. All right, let's back him under.
Good, good.
Coming down. Hey, we're good. Chain her down. Yeah.
We're loaded,
Magic.
but we have one big problem. We're over height.
The verdict is it's not going to make it down any overpasses, power lines.
The load towers above the road.
We are 18 feet 6 inches. Legal height is 14.2.
We're going to cut the roof, cut down the sides. We're going to use the machine and fold it all into each other.
Okay, is that the plan then?
Yeah, that's a plan.
But with live traffic passing by, they'll have to move to a pullout to finish the job.
Can't do it on the side of the road here. Need to move the trailer to a safer location.
And high winds could collapse the whole plan.
Okay, let's get some chain on this because it's wobbling way too much.
It's gonna fly off. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Let's do that then.
James does his best to secure the top heavy load.
It's gonna sway real bad, so let's take it easy.
And Dustin will drive it to the next exit so it can be cut down.
It's a little nerve-wracking, but job's gotta get done.
I'll get Jim to go in front of you, and then as soon as he goes, you can go and I'll go. Alrighty.
Survival crew ready to roll.
The convoy and precarious load move out.
Watch yourself, guys.
It's scary just not knowing what's coming at you.
James in Black Sheep follows behind.
Our main concern right now is there's one overpass.
What's the height number on that thing? I'm looking for it.
We're really, really high.
Hopefully, we clear.
Hoping it's 20 feet. We're like 20 feet, so we'd be good.
Got nothing.
Here comes the fun.
How's it going up there, reliable crew?
On BC's Coquihalla Highway,
Justin, when you get to it, just stop and crawl through.
an overheight wreck approaches an overpass.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're good.
We made it
Oh, yeah.
with about 8 inches to spare.
Still holding together,
The door staying on that thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Dustin steers the load into a pullout for one final task.
I want to go home, go to bed. Yeah, that ain't happening.
Now into his 11th hour on the recovery. James breaks out the chop saw once again, so the wreck can be cut down to size.
He's gonna use the claw, squish it, and see if it'll collapse in on itself. Hell yeah.
It's chopped, it's strapped. I need to get some rest.
I'm going home to bed.
Now that it's all done, I feel way better.
See you later. Till the next time.
It's a good day.
The next morning in Merritt,
Ready?
a mountain of boxes need to be loaded one by one into an empty trailer.
There's so many packages, it goes from the back of the shop to the front of the shop to almost the roof.
We'll stack some of these bigger boxes up against that.
Yeah.
It's all hands on deck, including Reliable Towing's owner, Suki Manj.
We have a service to provide to our customers. Job's not done till it's done.
I'm gonna climb up here. There's a bunch up top and I'll pass them down to you.
Hundreds of items lost on the highway will finally be delivered.
I feel very good with the team we have.
Feels like Mount Everest up here. What?
We all can lean on each other. It's good to know that they'll be there.
Yeah, pretty much done.
228.
The reputation is everything. Integrity is everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna close the doors and continue getting this load to wherever it's gotta go now.
Well, good work, everybody.
It's nice to see it leave. Thank God.
I'm very happy when I see that trailer moving on.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell. A wreck on a river
If anything's gonna go sour on us,
has Team Reliable
just run.
on thin ice.
It wants to tip.
A lost load
Got a house that's sitting where it ain't supposed to be sitting.
becomes a house of cards for acquiring towing.
Watch yourself!
Then,
Oh, careful.
unraveling a mystery. Call in battles to get back online. This time on Highway Thru Hell, a wreck on a river
If anything's gonna go sour on us,
has Team Reliable
just run.
on thin ice.
It wants to tip.
A lost load
Got a house that's sitting where it ain't supposed to be sitting.
becomes a house of cards for acquiring towing.
Watch yourself!
Then,
Oh, careful.
unraveling a mystery. Call in battles to get back online.
Raining, man, raining.
4:30 a.m. in BC's Fraser Valley.
It's coming down hard, bud.
Heavy winter rain is wreaking havoc on Highway 1.
Anybody got an update on the westbound? Closed.
Responding to the holdup in his 50-ton wrecker
Some sort of a motor vehicle incident just on the west side of Chilliwack.
is Al Quiring.
We got a police call, and I don't have a lot of information on it.
Any tow trucks there yet?
Sounds like a nightmare.
But Al isn't the first tow operator
Wreck or something, or construction?
to see what's blocking the highway.
There's an accident, yep. Oh my God.
Fellow driver Gord Boyd
Okay, now the fun part.
has just arrived to a bizarre scene.
Rolling up, and what do I find? A house.
Got a house that's sitting where it ain't supposed to be sitting.
No one said anything about a house.
Yeah, it's pretty much blocking the entire highway.
Big L coming through.
Al and Gord will have to work fast to get the mobile home off the highway.
We've got rush hour at issue. We've got traffic backed up. So we really got to get this thing out of here quick. You gotta get the road open.
Oh boy, that's the mess.
On the Highway Thru Hell, closure is not an option.
What happened here?
1 hour before the morning rush,
Yeah, he's got a bit of a tow hook there.
a strange sight
Fella laid a house on the road.
has shut down all westbound traffic on Highway 1.
The house is on its left-hand side. The tractor's still attached to it, nose down in the ditch.
How the heck did he do that?
Al and Gord must work quickly
Not sure.
to get the unusual wreck off the road.
The mobile home, it's almost tipped over, but structurally there's no damage.
Well, this is quite the little show.
Half-inch hook should do it, eh?
Yeah. Freaking blackberries here, buddy.
Al begins
So prickly.
by rigging to the tractor.
Any vehicle is difficult to rig when it's nose down in the bushes. Oh, you're fighting with blackberries and stuff like that.
Okay, tighten her up.
Tighten her up, yeah. Give her lots of boom up.
Traffic's backed up pretty good now.
Early morning traffic is building.
The race is on.
We want that trailer to come down. We want the truck to come up.
There's not really a whole lot holding that chassis on there, is there?
No.
Trailer's barely damaged, so we got to go about it fairly carefully.
A couple of pins. Not much to them at all.
I know the construction of these things, and one wrong move, now you got a house of cards that just went kapoof in the middle of the Trans-Canada Highway.
On past recoveries, Al has seen just how fragile mobile homes can be.
Oh, man. It's frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna pull on it a little here. If that trailer comes down hard, the wheels go right through the floor.
Easy, 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 easy.
Watch yourself!
The house survived the recovery, but the tractor is still off the road.
They might have a hell of a time getting that thing out of the ditch.
Fun and games.
To speed things up, Gord and Al keep the truck and trailer connected.
I got about 4 feet here you can pull on.
And winching from opposite sides, gently guide the cab back onto the road.
Ideally, we bring this thing up and it'll still be drivable.
Just keep coming there, Gordon. Watch out. That cable's getting real tight.
Hold on a sec, Al, hold on.
Keep coming back a little bit more.
Hold it.
Finally, the house mover is on the highway.
It's almost cleaned up.
Now they need to open a lane of traffic.
If you want to move your truck, we'll be rolling here in a few minutes.
We know damn well that rush hour starts at 5:30 out in Chilliwack.
Westbound open?
Every morning without fail. And highways and the cops want that highway open.
They're working on clearing for one lane open.
A little bit of applied physics and away we go.
Somebody's worked really hard to purchase this mobile home.
There we go.
And so we're gonna do our best to get the guy back on the road. We'll be out of here in a few minutes, I think.
That's what we do. We'll have this thing off the highway right quick.
The tractor is drivable, but will need some work.
We're gonna have to take the truck back to the shop for some repairs. We're gonna leave the trailer and the highways pull out. Okay.
Is that okay if you open up this lane?
Yeah, flush these guys out, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, get them rolling.
Okay, road's clear.
Traffic from the valley to the west coast is moving again.
Pretty quick.
Yeehaw, road's open, boys.
Let's just drag her down the highway and away we go.
Yeah.
Good, we're out of here.
From the time we showed up till the time we cleared the scene was just a little over an hour.
We saw, we did a little pulling.
Outstanding.
Amazing what you can do with 2 guys and 2 trucks.
"60 miles north on the Coquihalla Highway. A classic Holmes record.
Big red machine.
And a lone operator head up the mountain to a call.
Jamie's putting a bit more trust in me to send me out to these jobs on my own, so, I don't want to disappoint him.
Cam Nino is still getting used to Jamie's vintage workhorse, the General.
It's a challenge because you got to learn controls, you got to learn the quirks.
General's a little bit of a tough truck to drive. It's a lot of work to run that truck.
But pulls like a beast.
Cam arrives at the Box Canyon chain-up.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
And discovers a tough challenge.
Somebody tried to drive over the no post here.
Yeah, that's too bad. Unreal.
High on the concrete barrier, the rig straddles the chain-up area and northbound lanes of the coke.
Half in the chain up, half out. It's a head scratcher.
He's right over the no post here. He's into this brand new light post.
It's my first experience getting a guy off a no post like this, especially the way he's wrapped around.
You can see he's on his fuel tanks here too.
My concerns are the fuel tanks, obviously, and the light post.
He's got a big problem here. Yeah, I don't know. How people do this, I don't know.
The driver's fine.
We're just waiting for my traffic control.
And still inside the cab.
And then I'm gonna figure out how to get you out of here.
The last thing I want to do is drag it backwards and then puncture the tanks.
I'm gonna try and do this very delicately.
If the fuel tanks are ruptured, hundreds of gallons of diesel could spill onto the road.
I'm just gonna try and pick it up and push it back. Maybe we'll get him out of here.
To help with traffic control, Brandon arrives on scene.
Morning.
What's up?
I'm gonna need at least a lane.
Okay. I have to have a head on a swivel, making sure no trucks are blowing by or anything like that. It's a stressful job, but it's necessary.
I'll go set up my signs.
Yeah, okay. How long do you need?
You know, end of the day, it's always good to have running around.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be right back.
All right.
Even with traffic control, Cam will work beside one live lane to keep the highway moving.
Well, I'm gonna throw a couple lines on and see if I can walk them back a bit.
Cam rigs 2 lines to the front of the tractor.
2 winch lines for more control. Be able to pick it up on one side more than the other.
And with the driver's help,
try and go back a bit.
He lifts the cab backwards over the barrier.
Okay, stop.
Trying to keep away from the light post.
Okay. Nice and easy.
But as Cam winches,
Anybody know what Boxer Canyon's looking like?
on the coke,
There's one down on the top of the no post down here.
Okay.
Cam Nino works beside a live lane to release a wreck from a concrete barrier.
Hold on, nice and easy. Okay. Put your brakes on.
Just up the road,
Not all cleared up, but they got single lane.
Brandon alerts traffic to the recovery, but one lane remains open.
Traffic is still flowing. We don't have it closed down.
Cam has the tractor nearly off the no post.
Oh, we're not leaking fuel any, so that's good.
But the wreck still blocks a lane.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down here, I'm gonna pull the back of his trailer.
Cam repositions the General, putting himself between oncoming traffic and the back of the trailer.
Well, anything can happen. Now the hustle's on.
He rigs to the rear of the trailer.
Come on.
And will have to winch it straight back to keep it away from traffic.
We're gonna straighten out his trailer, get him into one lane here. Hopefully get him driving to his own power and back into the brake check. Ready?
But as Cam starts to pull, the driver releases his brakes too soon.
Just stop. You're blocking the lane now.
What I want him to do is lock his brakes up so when I pull that trailer straight, it pulls his tractor under the trailer instead of going out to the live lane.
I want to straighten his truck and trailer out. So he's not blocking the lane.
The tractor is finally off the barrier. Cam has the wreck out.
Go!
And the driver on his way.
I feel good about this. Definitely feeling like I won this one.
We're done. Yeah, you can clean up and go. Thanks.
Teaming with Cam was a great thing. If there's another one that comes up, sign me up. Let's go.
We're safe. Everything's good. Happy. Okay, there we go. Higher to sell right now, and I still got a smile on my face.
I'm coming down the hill. I feel like $1 million.
Anybody know what's going on up there? You're good, driver.
Later that day in the Fraser Valley, some unfinished business is underway.
Hey, Sparky.
At the Quiring Tow Yard.
We're gonna get noisy.
Al's team is taking the unusual step of repairing the tractor from the early morning mobile home recovery.
Till 8:10.
And his son, Kerry, is in charge.
We're just helping him out to continue on his way.
Just hours ago,
He landed himself in the ditch. There's a little bit of damage, that's expected.
Yeah, there's a few little aches and pains. We'll get her out of here.
It's not perfect, but we're getting there.
Kerry's learned a lot from his father about going the extra mile.
Riding along with my dad all those years, he's helped out numerous amounts of people.
In fact, the family's connection,
Hook on and go,
to the mobile home industry goes back decades.
My mom and dad used to haul mobile homes through the 60s, early 70s when I was a little kid. I'm pretty sure they've gotten help along the highway for somebody too. So we'll just pay it forward and make the guy's day.
The repairs are done, and the driver is reunited with his rig, ready to haul away the house to its final destination.
I'm sure these guys appreciate the extra little bit of time and care from strangers. That's what tow guys do. They look after strangers.
"125 miles northeast, Reliable Towing has dispatched a 30-ton wrecker to a remote location.
We're heading south to Merritt. A resident was involved in an accident the other night.
Operator James Luke is taking the truck he calls Black Sheep into the backcountry.
There's a lot of steep grades, 500-600-foot drop-offs.
Navigating the icy mountain road.
And he should be right here.
James arrives at a sharp bend above the Coldwater River.
All I know is it's down there.
Joining James on scene,
that's gonna be fun,
is fellow operator Adam LeBeau.
Adam is new to our company. I think it's a good idea to have him come up because he's an outdoorsman.
The wreck is a pickup truck, 120 feet down, resting on a sheet of ice.
With how far down they went, I'm really amazed they're alive.
The driver lost control on the corner, left the road, landing on the ice just feet from the river. Incredibly, The occupants escaped with only minor injuries.
I was told it was 60 feet.
No, that's a lot further.
It would be a terrifying ride.
James carefully positions Black Sheep
Keep going back.
closer to the edge.
Okay.
And Adam prepares to make the descent.
Adam's gonna be the guy running up and down the mountainside with the cables and chains.
Definitely going to be more challenging than the average recovery.
Oh.
We're using heavier chains, heavier cables.
Okay, ready?
Adam starts to climb down to the river to rig onto the truck.
He's got to be careful of his footing, grabbing onto anything, branch, stick.
Pull. Ooh, steep.
The bottom of the slope
And slippery.
is nearly vertical.
It's a bit of a drop to the creek bed. And if I slide off the top of that, I could wind up broken arm, broken leg.
Is he over the drop?
He's on the ground now.
Adam reaches the bottom with the rigging, but is standing on thin ice.
Adam!
On the banks of the Coldwater River, near Merritt, BC.
Adam!
Ooh.
A close call.
Oh, that's cold.
On thin ice.
Went up to about my knees in the water. Parts of my legs were burning. But I still have to finish the job.
Adam starts to rig.
It's looking a little bit cold down there. I'm glad I'm not Adam. Just one for now. I want to roll it over.
Now this is a potential hazard for getting frostbite. So I need to get this job done and over with.
We good? You ready?
Take up some pressure on the yellow line.
Rigging complete, Adam moves to higher ground.
Okay.
Team Reliable is ready for the ascent.
Come on.
But as James winches, the truck slides, threatening to topple onto its roof.
So it'll make it a lot tougher
Son of a bitch.
bringing it back up the mountain.
Come on. Is it on its wheels?
Yeah. Hold on. Let out some slack.
Yeah.
Okay.
To get the truck up the steep slope, Adam rigs a second line,
We good?
giving James more control.
Okay. You got to pull the orange line in.
Okay.
Now, 3 tons of metal must crawl up the 60-degree slope.
Right now, one of the biggest challenges is the angle that the truck has got to climb up.
It's almost vertical, especially at the bottom. There's a 30-foot section that's straight up and down.
Adam, I'm switching sides of the truck. If anything's gonna go sour on us, just run.
I'm going that way.
I'm in a kill zone. I could get seriously injured if the line breaks.
Okay, watch yourself.
Okay, you good?
James switches back and forth
Yellow.
between color-labeled winch lines,
Orange.
but needs Adam to guide him from below.
He's really close to the truck, which is not what I would normally want. But he also has to be my eyes down there.
Yellow.
because I definitely cannot see anything.
Perfect!
With the truck pointing straight up,
Go!
the winch lines are under heavy load.
It's very dangerous. A chain could let go, a winch line could snap.
As it has on past recoveries, excessive load can snap a line.
She's all yours!
20 feet from the top.
You're gonna hit the tree. Hold on. Oh, stop!
See if you can turn the wheel. The wheels are turned right now. It's gonna throw us towards one tree, which I don't want. But if it hits a tree right there, we're pretty much screwed.
The truck's front axle was torn apart in the crash.
No, wheels are broken.
What?
The steering wheel won't turn.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Near Merritt, BC,
You're gonna hit the tree.
a high-angle recovery
Son of a bitch.
has hit a snag.
Oh, stop!
Reliable towing operators James Luke
1 second.
and Adam LeBeau are struggling with a pickup truck that's not lining up.
I pulled the truck up as high as I can. The tree's in the way.
The truck tumbled 120 feet, landing beside a river.
So Adam, I'm gonna get Mike. We'll throw a line down there and just...
To here and suck it that way?
Yeah.
To finish the job and steer the pickup around the tree. A second wrecker joins the battle.
Straight back. Okay, stop.
The 1-ton will redirect the rear of the pickup. Then both wreckers will bring it up to the road in a slingshot maneuver.
Just wrap it through the wheel. You ready?
Yeah, tighten her up a bit.
Okay, go on the red lever. Start bringing it in a bit.
Adam directs James and operator Mike Wolke from below.
Go orange, James!
Okay, hold on, Mike.
I got 2 operators above me that I got to work with. So I'm just making sure that
Bit more on the orange.
they're not fighting each other.
Okay, keep going, Mike.
Looking good.
The wreck and Adam
Lower the boom.
are finally up top.
Adam did really well. I'm pretty impressed with everybody today.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
It's a great feeling.
You want a hug?
We got it up, buddy.
Turn your truck sideways so we can get traffic through here. Send them through!
Coldwater Road is opened up to local traffic.
Thanks.
We have a flat deck to tow the truck back into town.
And as night falls, the driver of the pickup returns.
You know what? It just happened so fast. I was just expecting the hard thump at the end, and yeah.
Okay.
With the wreck secured and everyone safe, it's a job the reliable crew won't soon forget.
Everybody did an amazing job today.
You're good to go north. Keep the shiny side up.
Yeah, you guys, what's that coke doing? gonna get ugly.
40 miles southwest.
Coke's got a snowfall warning up.
An overnight storm has brought nothing but trouble.
One broke down.
Responding to a stranded trucker
Don't worry, boys, there's a wrecker on his way.
is Jamie's lead operator, Colin McLean.
All right, 10-4, copy that. Let me know. Oh, I just got off the phone with John. He's got a guy that's blown the transmission because he was probably spinning out.
Okay, you're good.
With traffic control in place, Colin backs down to the stalled semi.
I can't even see.
Paralyzed at the bottom of a long hill.
Let us go and do what we do. What happened?
Transmission. This particular driver's truck, he's blown the transmission.
What about the back?
13,000. 13, okay. The load on this thing is a bunch of steel scaffolding. When a trucker tells you how much he weighs, add 10,000 kilos.
She's done.
The loaded semi won't be an easy tow-up for Colin's wrecker, HR 126.
Usually when we're pulling these guys up the hill, they're assisting us with their drivetrain. This guy's just pretty much dead weight.
I'm gonna give you a bit of a run at it. When I start to go, just come off the brakes.
HR 126 isn't really designed for heavy pulling up a grade. More of a little highway hauling race car.
The 25-ton wrecker was originally a wreck, rescued by Jamie 4 years ago and rebuilt for recovery. But HR 126 was designed mainly for highway hauling.
I don't like doing this in my little truck. All right.
Colin will try to get the semi moving.
What kind of trick I learned?
Under engine power alone.
Come on.
But the dead weight
Bite, baby, bite.
won't budge.
It's not really grabbing. So I'm gonna have to come up with another plan.
Colin heads to the back of his wrecker
What do we got here?
and grabs the controls to his lines.
You can get a better bite a lot of times on winching than clutching a guy.
To get the stalled semi up the steep incline, Colin will switch back and forth between winching and driving.
I'll winch him up a couple more times into a little bit better flat spot area. Just trying to get him off the tip of this grade, and then we should be all right.
I'm winching him forward about 40 feet.
I'm just rolling forward.
Colin free spools out another length of winch line. But as he attempts another pull,
Oh, you're kidding me. The line came out of the drum. Oh, that's great. Awesome.
I'm just climbing up the hill here. It's greasy.
on a steep section of the Coke,
Come on, baby, come on.
Colin's heavy tow-up
Oh, you're kidding me.
has just unraveled.
But I drove a little bit too far, and the end of the winch line come out of the winch drum.
The line came out of the drum.
Happens.
Hey, John, my line came out of that drum.
I've got 150 feet of wire rope that's not attached to anything.
Colin and John work fast
Hey, feed me some through.
to get the winch line back on the drum. But Colin
Where's that hammer?
has to be careful.
There's a plate on the winch.
Do I get a pry bar in there or anything?
A tensioner locks the line in.
That'll work. Perfect. Okay, don't touch anything or you'll rip my hands off.
It's the place where you can get fingers caught. So you really got to be careful.
Okay, winch it in slow. Keep going. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
The line begins to coil around the drum.
Keep going.
Just to get a couple of wraps on that winch line.
But the cable needs to be wrapped perfectly to finish the job.
Okay. When I back up and when I start to go, I'm gonna try and get over here into this stuff.
With HR 126 respooled, Colin tries again.
Come on. Get into it, get into it.
Finally, the 70,000-pound load.
There's the good stuff right there.
Is on its way.
Well, yeah, we're moving for now. That one was a little tough. We overcame.
Despite the unexpected roadside repair,
I can't believe I had that much trouble with him.
Colin gets the job done.
Now he's moving now, that's amazing.
And is ready for the next one.
Things are gonna get wrecked. Those things kind of suck, but as long as nobody gets hurt, then it's a good day.
Have a safe night.
"90 miles southwest, under clear skies,
Here is wide open.
Mission Towing rolls out to a call in the Fraser Valley.
We're gonna bring it out to Mission Unit 9-0. We'll see what we got.
Operator Dylan Greenwood.
You said it might not come up on GPS.
And company boss Ken DeParent head to a work site.
We got a call from the customer. We needed a big wrecker.
Ken and Dylan arrive at a new subdivision under construction.
It's a very rootsy neighborhood. Very nice area.
They've been told to look for a cement truck.
Okay, there it is. Oh, wow, look at that. It's not a cement truck, it's a pump truck. And they are very heavy.
The 70-foot-long pump truck
You had a bad night?
It's getting there.
has sunk
Heavy, heavy.
into a soft driveway.
What do you weigh?
About 44 kg.
44.
44?
At 44,000 kilos, or nearly 100,000 pounds, the pump truck dwarfs Dylan's wrecker.
It's over twice the weight of our wrecker.
And the massive machine must be at another construction site by morning. With extendable booms reaching 200 feet, pump trucks stretch across construction sites to pour liquid concrete. The truck's folding arms tuck back onto the vehicle for transport.
What are we gonna do?
Recovering the pump truck will be a huge challenge.
So we're gonna rig a little heavier and help it out of the driveway it's stuck in right now.
But as Dylan rigs,
We don't want to damage the pavement here.
Ken has another concern. Ripping up fresh asphalt and concrete curbs.
I'm worried about the new pavement because if we put our legs down, we will peel that pavement right back.
To anchor his wrecker, Dylan wants to drop his spades, but
We don't break this, we don't break the pavement.
he's overruled by his boss.
I'm gonna put no marks on this because it's brand new.
To winch the pump truck up the driveway, Dylan will run a double low line with 2 snatch blocks to maximize his pulling power.
Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, bring her back.
Dylan begins to winch.
Just easy, easy.
But the pumper is putting up a fight.
Don't spin them, okay? Give a little bit. Little bit, stop. Little bit and stop.
Now Dylan's wrecker is being dragged backwards.
Our issue is anchor. I have enough pull. I don't have enough anchor.
A foot at a time.
I'm trying to overcome the weight that's stuck.
Tighten up.
You get in trouble here.
Oh, there. Whoa, whoa.
In BC's Fraser Valley,
Tighten up, Dylan.
Ken and Dylan are in a tug of war with a 50-ton pump truck.
Hold it. Dragging you back.
I'm just skidding back. That's the only thing. I have too much
I
pull.
know, but when you put another block on, it will make a difference. It'll make your load lighter. I'll show you.
Ken's solution is to add another snatch block. But Dylan has his doubts.
If it works, I'll give you $100.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
I'm confident Ken's plan's not gonna work.
Hopefully, it'll make our pull easier.
Okay, pull.
I can't. I need help.
I would like to just dig the spades into the ground and pull this thing up,
A little more. Right on.
but it's not worth fighting with a DeParin.
Makes it easier, believe me.
With the extra snatch block,
Okay, go.
Dylan winches while Ken jams blocks of wood behind the wheels
You're in real trouble, Kenny, if you start spinning.
to keep the pump truck from rolling away.
Okay, come on back.
His hand inches from the 50-ton load.
Keep going, Dylan.
Watch yourself.
If you get too excited, then you start making mistakes. Then accidents happen.
I gotta back over the curb, Ken.
The boss's strategy
Wait,
isn't working.
what's that?
I have to dig in.
So Ken lets Dylan try it his way.
So I take the wood, takes the load, not the curb.
Let's hope.
Using blocks to buffer his wrecker's weight, Dylan backs over the new curb.
A little more. Good.
At least I can dig my spades in as far as I can go.
Yeah.
And anchors his truck into the ground.
All right, hopefully she sits this time.
Okay, we're ready.
Firmly planted and closer to the target, Dylan pulls again.
We gained about 6 inches. Coming.
Yeah.
Until finally, the hulking vehicle crawls up the driveway.
We're winning now.
Dylan was right. Put the spades in the dirt, sink them in. That really makes the difference.
Stop there.
Whoa.
We're over the hump. We gotta pull forward.
Finally, under its own power,
Keep going.
Pull the cable.
Yep.
Keep coming. Keep coming.
Just tell him to stop before he rear ends me.
Whoa.
the pump truck is out.
Woo. That's it. That's the winner. We got her.
Awesome. Thank you, Dylan.
No problem, anytime.
It doesn't always work the way you think it's gonna work.
Yeah, concrete looks good. We didn't damage nothing. So there we go.
I think Dylan did very well on this job. He had the right idea.
I guess the old man owes me $100. Good, take care, buddy.
After a long night and a friendly bet, Ken and Dylan are homeward bound.
Ken was good, he's happy. As long as his boss is happy, that's all that matters.
$100 lighter, but I'm happy.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell, a terrifying moment captured on camera.
Oh, so many pieces.
Kicks Merv into action. A northern journey tests Jamie's iron will.
Wow, it's a rough road.
And
The other one's coming tight.
a towing legend suffers a devastating blow.
Ken has had a major heart attack.
This time on Highway Thru Hell, Mountain Mayhem. Ken's comeback
Watch the line.
puts him
What the hell happened there?
in the thick of the battle
I'm not touching nothing.
on missions impossible recovery.
Get out of that place.
It's time to get on the road again.
Jamie makes a border run
There it is. That's the truck I've been looking at.
on an epic journey south
I got a letter.
and gets an unexpected delivery.
That's incredible.
Wow, those guys are far from home today.
In the coast mountains of British Columbia,
Hey guys, they had a pretty bad wreck up there.
Mission Towing's Truck 90 is in unfamiliar territory.
We're just going up the Lillooet Lake Forest Service Road right now.
Dylan Greenwood is going the distance on an extraordinary assignment.
We're over 4 hours away from our base. Then we're probably over 100 kilometers out here in the bush.
Other companies have turned down this job, but we'll take on any challenge.
A narrow spot.
Following behind is a second heavy wrecker and fellow operator Ted Cork.
Sharp corners, sheer cliffs. Pressure's on.
Leading the convoy
Here we go.
is mission boss Ken DePerrin.
This is my first big recovery since I've been out of the hospital.
Earlier this season, Ken narrowly survived a heart attack.
I had open heart surgery. That was a tough moment for me. It was really hard.
I want to head out on this job to see how my stamina is and how I can do. It'll be a good test for me. This is where it went over, right here. Oh, look at how far down this is. Okay.
200 feet below the road.
Oh, man.
The wreck is deep in the forest.
Holy smokes.
I'm surprised that thing is upright right now.
Look at the size of those rocks. Unbelievable.
It's a long ways down.
Wow. Oh, this is a really big job. That's a deep hole.
Dylan rappels over the side.
The truck is on a 70-degree slope.
Pretty steep.
And is joined by swamper Craig Hookey.
Very dangerous to get down there. Oh! Very slippery.
Wow. Hopefully nobody gets hurt on this job.
Reaching the crash site.
Oh, it's a big boy.
We got our work cut out.
Craig and Dylan discover
Big log there, hung up on this big one right there.
the extreme job
It's another big one that broke off.
is layered in danger.
That truck's not going anywhere.
On the highway through hell, closure is not an option. On Fire Mountain, near Pemberton, BC,
The whole front cab, everything is all twisted right up.
Mission Towing sizes up their toughest recovery in years.
This is a heavy truck.
We'll be dangling the full weight off the wreckers.
And it's got a crane on the back of it too, so that doesn't help. Hung up on logs, hung up on rocks. It's a bit of disaster.
Climbing the slick country road. The dump truck lost traction, slid backwards, tumbling over the edge and into the thick forest below.
It was like so surreal, like, you know, I was like, holy.
You guys are lucky to jump.
Yeah.
The driver narrowly escaped.
As I was sliding down the hill, yeah, I jumped out. You see the tree shaking and then it was gone.
Down the slope,
It broke off all these trees, right?
Craig and Dylan faced their first obstacle.
Yeah, there's multiple trees on top of this truck.
The tree that's on sort of above the cab is across it.
Yeah, there's no way we're gonna pull that truck out.
Unless we get that off it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
To move the tree, the mission crew lower a line from Ted's 25-ton record.
Okay, hook that to the hook.
Okay, Dylan.
I'm gonna take some strain.
Remember, pulling.
She moved, she moved.
3,000 pounds of timber
Let's keep her going.
begin to shift away from the truck.
That's gonna walk right up the tree.
You got to be cautious all the time.
But as the tree continues to rise,
They're not in a very good spot.
Ken's concerned about the crew below.
I'm getting out of there right now.
Watch in case that tree drops on them.
One falls on you, it'll crush you.
Hang on.
Craig!
Watch your head.
Have a good day, driver.
1,200 miles southeast in the high desert of Nevada,
Time to get on the road again and make some money.
Jamie Davis is on the longest trip of the year.
What we're doing today is have a really long tow down to the California-Mexico border. Once we get there, we're gonna pick up a wreck coming back to BC.
It's a tight schedule,
This trip is really a lot longer than we usually do.
but Jamie can't resist.
Right there, I've been driving by that thing for so many years.
A roadside attraction he's had his eye on for decades.
It's an old tow truck here. I've been following it since I was 18 years old, and I just wanted to stop and see it. Looks like it's all for sale here. Okay, so let's go have a look. For all these years, I've been making sure that truck's still there every time I go by. Maybe thinking I would buy it and bring it home. Bullet holes in there. I've been wanting to stop here for 37 years. It was kind of always a spooky place. Maybe somebody's gonna take shots at you. You're on private property, boy. You're gonna get some lead. There it is. That's the truck I've been looking at for all these years. Wow. So this is a classic truck. It's nice. It's been sitting in the desert for at least 30 years that I know of. It's a very clean old truck. Serial number. This is a 1963 Holmes 500. It's quite a cool old truck. Very, very restorable, this truck. This would make a perfect restoration project. One day, maybe, but it's not today.
But with a load to deliver and hundreds of miles to go,
Traveling long distances, you never know what to expect.
Jamie pushes on towards the Mexican border.
Between here and there, there's nowhere really to stop. That's just a brutal, brutal place to be. It's crazy.
On the side of a mountain.
Tell him to stay out of the way, Dylan. Just stand clear.
Near Pemberton, BC.
Hang on.
Ken and the crew are trying to clear a path to bring up a wreck 200 feet below.
Craig!
Watch your head.
Timber! One down, one to go.
Everything about following these trees is very hazardous.
Okay, we're feeding the line out to you.
Okay, feed me. Oh!
From a wrecker up top, a winch line is rigged to another massive tree.
Whoa! Oh, there, it's stuck again. Big deep hole, eh?
Up on the road.
We're getting there, we're getting there.
Ken's longtime partner, Val, can barely watch.
I have to make sure that he doesn't overdo it.
It just needs kicked over.
Kenny, you're not supposed to be doing that. Never mind.
Just kick it over. There you go. I would love to be down there right now.
He has to look out for his chest, so we'll all be looking out for him.
200 feet down the bank,
Murphy.
Craig has a new plan.
Okay, hang on, I'm gonna cut.
A better way to bring the second tree out.
Hold it, cut it, and then move it.
But sawing through the thick trunk
Now, this is interesting.
places Craig inches away
I'm afraid I'm gonna fall into it.
from peril.
You're cutting things that are very unpredictable.
One slip will cut your leg off.
That's really a dangerous situation.
Cutting in a bad spot.
I don't like this. Watch it, Craig.
Cutting in a bad spot.
On a mountain road near Pemberton, BC,
Watch it, Craig.
Ken and the mission crew
Fighting is every bit of the way.
are surrounded by hazards.
Hold there! Whoa, are you okay? Yes! Good, good! Whoa, that was scary, eh?
When you're cutting these trees, you want to make sure you can get out of the way quick, so that you're not going to get pinched in between them.
Now,
Give her a pull, Ted.
another massive tree must be winched off the wreck.
Keep pulling, Kenny. Okay, that's gonna break. Beauty!
The last major obstacle is out of the way,
How about those logs, Dylan?
Yeah, they might need to be cut.
but the route to the top
Thank you.
is littered with debris.
Let's get these logs right out of the way to clear the pathway for this truck to come up.
Clearing the logs could take hours,
Yeah, I was looking at those logs. I think they might be advantage to us.
but Craig has another idea.
So it doesn't get hung up on all those rocks.
position the logs on the bank so the wheels can ride over the boulders and all the stumps.
Trouble is what happens with logs when they jam up underneath. It'd be better not to have them.
He thinks it'll get hung up on the wreck. But this is a good plan.
When the tire comes, it drops down and it rests on these logs.
Don't challenge me.
Push. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. We're gonna give it a shot.
There you go.
With a path of logs to ride over.
I think we're ready to pull now.
And 200 feet to climb.
It already has a snatch block on the line.
Okay, good.
Dylan and Craig plan the rigging.
Go underneath the axle,
so when you
and then up to the frame rails.
That's right.
2 lines from each wrecker will be attached to the target. Then the mission trucks will attempt to power the wreck up the 70-degree slope.
I'm gonna get this thing out.
But this is no ordinary truck.
That's a tri-drive with double wall frames and the crane on top of it. It's one of the biggest trucks on the road.
But the 30-ton unit won't move until the wheels roll.
How are the brakes? You can push that yellow button.
Doing nothing.
No air pressure.
It's a lot of resistance for us to be pulling on without releasing these brakes.
I don't think we're gonna pull that up with the brakes on.
The only option
We gotta get the brakes off.
is to manually release the brakes underneath the precarious load.
Gonna have to cage the brakes.
Dylan's coming down.
Caging brakes on a 70-degree slope is not something that I want to be doing right now.
Just trying to figure if it's smart for me to be underneath here.
Dylan will have to work fast,
Figure that those trucks will hold.
knowing it could shift at any moment.
I put my life in your hand.
Yeah, you just be careful. Don't get yourself in a spot.
I'm getting in the spot.
You want to make sure that vehicle is being held because you're putting somebody's life in danger.
Get ready to bounce.
Something fails, yeah, pretty much done for.
I'm just worried about moving the truck. The tire's not touching anything right now.
That's dangerous. Roll right over you.
And there's another threat.
Hear that?
An 80-foot tree wedged under the truck.
You hear that tweaking?
On the verge of letting go.
With this log behind my head is the worry.
One hour north of the Mexican border.
Hot temperatures. And I think I'd much rather be here than chaining up on the cope right now.
Jamie's hauling a load across an unforgiving landscape.
And I'm seeing sand dunes, you know, as if they were like snow drifts. This is really cool. I've never seen anything like this.
This is one of the highlights of my road trip. It's just like being on a different planet.
From Hope, Jamie has traveled more than 1,200 miles through the American West and is closing in on his destination, the border town of El Centro, California.
Senorita. We're only minutes away from offloading here. It's only 8 miles to the Mexican border.
But as Jamie looks for a body shop,
We've got some construction here, and I've got to be on the other side of the construction.
an unexpected turn
I don't know what the heck to do. Road work ahead.
takes him off course.
Doing long hauls is not without its issues. They'll always throw a curveball at you.
This is the road we have to turn down. This is bad news, but I think we'd have really no choice but to go down it. This is not far. If I could get stuck in here.
In British Columbia, working cliffside.
You hear that tweaking?
Dylan's under a wreck, trying to release the brakes on the 30-ton load.
This log behind my head?
Hard spot, man. Very dangerous. You get it in?
No.
Being underneath it, it's a bit of an eerie feeling. You could end up getting squished, and it could happen pretty quick.
The dump truck is held by 2 wreckers.
How's the trucks looking up there?
But up top,
The spades are up. We got the truck off the ground.
the mission trucks are already under heavy strain.
If we don't cage the brakes, we're not gonna be able to pull it.
Let me get it for you.
Just be careful in there.
Whoa!
Craig
Man, that's hard work.
swaps in for Dylan.
You're good.
But the rear wheels are still locked
It's got 2 flat tires.
and in rough shape.
And the back axle is twisted. What a nightmare.
It's not going to benefit us in any way trying to cage it.
On the road,
Let me know when you're ready.
Ken and Ted wait for news.
We're able to carry the lead 2 axles. The rear axle's got the bumpers pushed into it and it's twisted. We're able to pin them though? The back one, no.
Oh boy.
If that one's jammed, those tires aren't going to roll.
I don't know how that'll work, but we'll try it.
With light fading, Ken makes the call.
Almost ready?
Yeah. All right, get ready to pull.
It's time to winch.
Okay, go! You moving at all?
Yeah, she's moving.
Keep pulling.
What's happening?
You moved it a foot.
But the beast below
It's up in the air now.
is just toying with Ken's trucks.
We're really up in the air here, Dylan. Not gonna hold it. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
A lot of weight on that.
On Fire Mountain,
Not gonna hold it.
a pair of heavy wreckers are locked in a battle with a 65,000-pound truck.
We're coming up pretty good here.
Whoa!
Pulling like this, you can definitely flip a wrecker.
No, we must be jammed into something right now.
Bang, stop.
Whoop! Whoop!
Hold it! Hold it!
What's happening?
Let down a little bit.
Ted and Ken back off on the controls.
Are you gonna try and release those brakes? I think it would be wise if you could.
And Dylan goes back under.
I'm gonna release one more here while you guys hold it.
Okay.
Don't touch any controls.
What a job. Did you get that cage bolt in?
Need like ice creams or something.
Need some Newfie touch, Dylan. Just talk nice to it.
It's not a place where you want to be working, but somebody's got to do it.
Topside, there's another concern.
Running out of light, though.
I know. I just hope we get it moving before it gets dark here.
Yesterday, the dump truck lost traction, rolling backwards over the edge, landing 200 feet below.
We're just having a tough time here.
Releasing the brakes would give the crew a fighting chance. But for Craig and Dylan,
I'm gonna make a call.
they're out of time
We're done. Let's pull.
and patience.
We're not gonna play with this.
I'm gonna lie to him. Jimmy, get ready to run.
Yeah, I'm here.
Time to play.
Got her, I'll release.
Yep, start pulling.
Sometimes the less Ken knows, the better.
Pick it up a bit, Ted.
Ken has Ted raise his boom to get more lift.
We need every little bit we can to pull this truck up.
Coming okay?
Even with the rear brakes locked,
Yeah, she's coming.
the wreck finally begins to climb.
She's off the trees and she's over the rocks. Now we're rolling.
Keep going, Ted.
Feels really good to get my hands back on the controls.
Let's get him to chase. You might have to let him catch up.
Take it, Ted.
But on the extreme angle and rugged terrain, a minefield of obstacles lies ahead.
If you see something gonna go wrong, just let me know ahead of time.
Road work ahead. I got to turn right here.
Near the California-Mexico border,
This is bad news.
Jamie's off course, trying to reach his destination minutes before closing time.
It's a little bit nut bar. I'm driving through the construction site because that's where we're told to go. I'm trying to weave this 60-foot long big rig. It's a little bit of a war zone here. Record guys don't know the meaning of stop.
Jamie finds his way back to a road.
I have an inch on either side of me. This is crazy. This will be skilled driving 101. Wow.
And finally,
Okay, we did her.
arrives to drop off the wreck.
Thanks for staying open.
I live right here closer, you know.
Oh, okay, that's cool. This is really close to the border here, eh?
Yeah. You want to go to Mexico?
No, I haven't. I've never been, but one day. Okay, well, I'll get unloaded. All right, Tom, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.
Okay.
We're gonna go pick up our northbound load.
Jamie heads out to get another load and begins an 1,800-mile journey back to BC. In BC,
He's going.
Mission's high-angle recovery
I don't like how it's getting close to that tree.
is gaining ground.
It's going good down here, Kenny.
But the wreck must now roll up a cliff littered with logs.
These logs could jam underneath and maybe pole vault the truck as it's coming up.
The dump truck continues to climb. And Craig's plan
Roll right over on that log.
is paying off.
That log worked perfect, buddy.
You're gonna be okay.
Working good. Awesome.
80 feet to the road, Ken's crew is not out of the woods.
There's a lot of obstacles here.
Take it.
Ken and Ted continue to winch, and the wreck keeps rolling.
We got it now. See, big difference releasing the brakes, eh?
Dylan can finally confess the truth about the brakes.
I didn't cage the rear axle.
We only released 2 axles.
Really?
We couldn't get the rear.
No? It's dragging still?
Yeah.
No kidding.
There's an old saying, what you don't know won't hurt you.
But as the wreck crawls toward the top,
Go with the other line there, Ken.
the recovery is reaching its breaking point.
Getting a little tougher.
Just below the road, the slope is nearly vertical.
Almost 90 degree. We're coming down a cliff here.
Now we have to deal with the cliff. That's a very crucial point.
Are we okay on this big rock?
Bring it to it.
Okay.
This will be a challenge. A lot of heavy lifting.
This cliff is no joke at all. It's straight down pretty much.
Hey, Ted.
Keep coming, buddy.
9 hours into a mountainside recovery.
Take a little more, Ted.
The mission crew
Take her a bit more, Dylan.
has reached a critical stage.
We're gonna have a problem getting this over the top because the cliff is almost vertical.
Can you lift her? Just take your boom up for a second.
Don't want to break anything.
If anything fails, next thing you know, this truck is 500 feet down.
The dump truck is only feet from the road.
Keep going. Keep going.
But the 30-ton load now dangles on the edge of disaster.
Holy. Ted? Watch yourself.
The wreckers are in a deadlift and reaching their limit.
That's about it.
Hold there. I am.
To crest the road,
We're in a bad spot right now.
Ken needs a new strategy.
We're gonna try moving the wrecker, repositioning him a bit. Can he hold it?
Okay, Ted, I'm gonna let it down. Just hold on there. Hold there. I'm not touching nothing.
But to move Dylan's truck,
It's a lot of weight there.
Ted's 25-ton must hold the entire load.
That vehicle can overpower your wrecker and flip it very easily.
Okay, it's all on there right now. Gonna roll a truck over. It's not gonna hold it. Just hold your breath. Don't move.
It's really touch and go. It could get terrible real quick.
I'm gonna leave it hooked up. I'm just gonna pull ahead.
Dylan makes his move.
Let's get ahead quick.
Very intense moment. We've got the truck almost hanging on this cliff.
Ted's wrecker is holding steady.
Let's put a safety line on. I think we should.
We have to switch some of the winch lines around to get a better grab on this truck.
But as Dylan disconnects,
Whoop. 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 Whoop.
That scared the out of me.
after the close call,
Just got mad.
another line is added from Dylan's wrecker.
As I start pulling, you're gonna start to share this line to me.
You gotta let the truck relax as Dylan gives it a bit of a pull and then pull again, and that's what's gonna be the hard part.
So as you're pulling, I'm gonna slack off. Yep.
Whew. Ted and Dylan must time their pulls perfectly.
A little bit down, Ted.
Head off a bit.
I'm letting it off.
But that's really super tight, you guys.
Dylan, Ted's working against you.
Yeah, I know, he needs to pitch out a little.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong. We're fighting each other.
You go up. Whoop, what the hell happened there? Let me through here.
With everything on the line,
Hold there, Ted.
Ken has an idea.
I think what we gotta do is get a lift on this.
Yeah,
Pull on the back end.
yeah, drop the front end and pull the back end over.
It's lifting the wreckers too much. We got to change this.
To get more control, an extra winch line from each wrecker will be rigged to the back of the frame to help turn the truck up and onto the road.
A little more. Good, Ted.
The back lines are on, and Ken
Both of you go at the same time on a low pull and see what you got.
gives the command.
Once you start pulling on that, it's a point of no return.
There you go.
Watch the lines, you guys. They're awfully tight.
Your cables are telling you a story, like you listen to them.
The wreckers are fully committed.
Okay, hold it. He's going up.
For Ken and crew,
See what's happening?
there's no turning back.
The truck is working way past its limit.
It's gotta go.
Intensity level is right up to the top.
No.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You gotta roll the truck.
Get out of that way.
Whoa, whoa, you gotta roll the truck.
An all-out battle on a mountain road
Get out of that way.
has Ken and the crew near the end of the line.
I'm worried that this isn't going to hold the load.
Even with extra rigging, the extreme angle and massive weight have brought the recovery to a grinding halt.
We're really not gaining any ground.
Stop, tighten hold. They need to be over this way.
He's got to get, we got no room right now. That's the trouble. He's got to get up.
In the moment, it looks hopeless. It's very disheartening.
It's just fighting is every bit of the way.
Okay.
Dylan has a bold idea.
He's hit. We're gonna bring it out the same way it went in.
Yeah.
Get more distance from the wreck.
You're just gonna hold it from rolling. So just hold that line.
Just
Keep feeding it out.
Yeah.
Dylan moves farther down the road.
Get into a line where I can pull the hardest I possibly can.
With truck 90 pulled ahead and winching from a wider angle, the two wreckers will try to lift and turn the unit back onto the road. But Ken knows
That ain't gonna work.
it's high risk.
This way it comes out the way it went in.
We're right at the toughest part of the pull. That's a lot of strain.
Oh, we'll see.
I want that low line that I have, put it on the toe pin.
There is doubt, but you have to play the cards you're given. It's all or nothing. I'm gonna go for it.
Watch those cables. Let Ted catch up to you, Dylan. Scared the out of me.
You're on the edge of your nerves. When you hear a bang, it scares you.
Now we're over those rocks. Thank God. There we go.
Keep feeding it out.
But as Dylan and Ted continue to pull, there's a new problem. The wreck is threatening to roll.
We're getting very close to tipping the truck over here.
Top line, Dylan.
The dirt shifts or a rock moves, and next thing you know, it rolls down.
Hold it. Oh.
Hey, hold on, Dylan.
Ken stops the pull to counter the tilt.
Why can't we go around that with a chain?
And one line is moved to the high side.
Oh, it's a battle, this one. This is the ones you remember, jobs like this.
10 hours into the mammoth job, Ken and the mission crew press on.
Oh, this got you right up in the air. Keep her going. That's okay, that's okay. That's what we want. Easy, you're going too fast for him. Okay, hold it a sec.
Let's get this other line to the back corner.
Yep, you're right, Ted. I agree. Give her, Ted.
But with the wreck straddling the road
Still looking good. I can't see him.
and sight lines disappearing,
Ted, I'm coming through.
confusion sets in.
Is he gonna pull it some more?
Could you pull more?
Oh, you're pulling? Okay, go.
At this point, the communication isn't clear. It's not going to help the situation.
Let your top line off. Hold it, Dylan. Hold it, Dylan. Whoa. Craig, the truck's right off the ground here, ready to flip, so just watch it. I want out first. Hang on.
Let him take as far as he can.
Let me get out of here.
I just go to put my leg over, he starts pulling again.
I got a little bit more.
Let me get out. That's what I just said. Whoa, the truck's going up. Whoa.
Tell him to take as far as he can.
In the final stage of Mission's mountain recovery,
Let me get out of here.
Ken is caught in the kill zone.
Let me get out. That's what I just said. Whoa, the truck's going up. Whoa.
I'm right in the middle of the bite. That cable breaks, it take off your leg.
Dylan, hold it. Just let me get out of here first.
Come on out.
That's what I asked for last time, that's all.
With Ken safely out of the way, Ted and Dylan can see the finish line.
There's no turning back. We got to bring this thing up to the road.
Is he pulling it forward a bit?
Hurry out.
Looks good. You're on the deck.
Finally,
Okay, blocks of wood.
after nearly losing it all, the impossible recovery is over.
Oh my gosh, am I glad to see this.
We did her.
Good job, buddy.
The last play of the night brought it home.
Dylan's gamble paid off.
Good.
Now I am beat, like the rest of these guys.
It's one of the biggest jobs I've ever done. Those are the dream jobs. Those are the ones you want.
But for Ken's partner, Val, it's a huge relief.
I'm so happy that nobody was hurt. It's done.
Good job.
Haven't worked that hard all year.
A great team effort today. We're all excited. It's a win, 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 win.
It's a very big moment for Ken.
Yes.
Let's get going.
I've gone through a lot this last while, and this is a great way to come back into the game. I'm back.
Two days later, at the mission yard,
I've received some hard news from the doctor. I'm not going to be allowed to drive heavy wrecker. I've been part of this business for 46 years. It's been in my blood my whole life. And now it's like someone's taking your wings away.
but Ken isn't ready to retire. Not by a long shot.
Whatever gets sent down your path, you got to deal with. No matter what changes I have to make, towing will always be in my blood.
Welcome to BC.
Just outside Hope,
That was a really long trip.
Jamie returns from his exhausting 5-day trip to the U.S.
Probably one of the longest tows I've done. It's good to be back.
this winter, everything's changed so much. Then I think we've begun to dial this place back in.
Home sweet home.
At the yard, Jamie's wife, Sherry, has big news.
Doing your job while I was gone, huh? Looking after things,
You're here.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. How was your trip?
It was a good trip.
Yeah?
Long trip, though.
I got a letter, and it was pretty exciting.
It says here, it's with great honor that I wish to inform you of your nomination and selection to be inducted into the International Towing Hall of Fame. Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
3 years ago, Jamie watched his good friend, Gary Leach, be inducted into the Towing Hall of Fame.
I don't think there is any bigger recognition than the Hall of Fame in our industry.
Congratulations.
Now, it's Jamie's turn.
I'm pretty blown away by that.
You're gonna have to get a suit.
To receive a nomination to the Hall of Fame is a perfect way to end the long winter.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Congratulations.
Can't believe it.
I can.
Winter is over. And one driver heading down the coke can finally switch gears in a different kind of ride.
I don't get out of that tow truck much, but when I do, I like to get away from it fast. I live for adrenaline. That's why I tow on the Coquihalla. 5 months of winter, a little bit of sunshine brings happiness.